You know what? This movie would have been 10 times better if it just had one thing. Do you know what that is?
What?
A bloody Sharknado! Why didn't it have that? Seriously, you had the opportunity for like the King of Atlantis, the guy who controls the sea, controls like, you know, the fishes, the sharks and everything. You could have had a Sharknado! How cool would that have been? At least it would have made sense. More sense in the movie itself. Hello and welcome to the Aquaman review. I thought of a joke for a second, I lost it.
Title.
Yeah, no, I was just gonna.
Because every movie has a title, like Aquaman, the Seven Seas.
It was gonna be a joke though. This is the. This is the story about Aquaman. So he's the DC hero, and this is spewing off.
Back a long time ago, he used to be DC's punching bag, but nowadays
after Jeff Johns, he's really cool.
the puncher.
After Jeff Johns, took over DC. He's now become like a very popular character. Jeff Johns made him like, the badass he is today. And he even has a hand in the script as well, but let's get into the movie. So Aquaman is spewing off Justice League, and Aquaman, you see him, doing like his Aquaman thing. He gets on like, takes down people on like a submarine. Submarine.
Yeah, but they call them pirates.
Whatever. So he takes down these invaders for like a submarine, and Mera comes around and says, "Can you please be the king of Atlantis? Because we really need a king. Because the king we got right now is a bit of a dick." He's a bit of a dick, and the definition of a dumb blonde.
I feel so offended.
You should be. And I don't give a shit.
Weren't you blonde as well?
I was born blonde, but I wasn't like, my hair's gone now. The blondish gone now. That's basically the movie in a nutshell. It's basically like, I guess like the premise of this is basically like this, a sort of similar thing with Thor. It's about, a banished royal blood. Not really punished, but sort of. Actually, no. Now thinking about it, it's sort of like the storyline of Jon Snow, because Jason Momoa was in Game of Thrones as well. Sort of like the storyline of Jon Snow. He never knew his mother he never really knew his mother. He was brought up by his father. But
the difference is that
it doesn't matter.
Okay. It's best for me to be quiet. I don't want to give spoilers to Game of Thrones.
And basically, like, he just grows up to be like a leader. So it's basically his storyline.
The king of the sea. The king of the sea.
The king of the sea. Going into this movie, I actually quite like this movie.
Yeah.
I don't think this movie's like fantastic in any way. I don't think it's like great, but it's definitely, I don't really think it's down the line of bad. The things I really liked about this movie, of course, Jason Momoa, I really liked as Aquaman. He looked like he was having a ton of fun. Do you agree?
Yeah, I agree. He's kind of a badass, isn't he?
Yeah, I really agree. And also Mera as well.
Yeah.
Like, it's really cool to see Mera more in action, because she didn't really have that much screen time in Justice League, and I would have liked to have seen her more, because she's quite a badass character.
Yeah, she is.
I thought the actress did a pretty good job, she was actually in Zombieland, actually.
Right.
She was the first zombie that Jesse Eisenberg saw. The one that.
So Lex Luthor saw Aquaman's girlfriend. I think this movie is possibly the best directed, out of all of the DC movies. Well, when I say DC movies, I meant DC movies in the DCEU, not like, DC movies, Captain Dark Knight or anything like that. But I think this one's definitely the best directed, because there's a couple of shots in the action that actually feel quite cool. And James Wann, who is the director, is a pretty good director, and I think he does a pretty good job. But this movie, it's not boring, but it's long. And I definitely felt like this movie is quite long. Do you agree? Like, do you feel like it's quite long? not boring, but just
it's long, but I don't think I'm mixed between is it a good thing or a bad thing.
It's not. I'm not saying it is a good or bad thing. I'm just saying it's quite
long. But...
yeah, it's quite long. But no, it's I feel like that, like there was definitely scenes that felt like they went a bit on too long than they needed to be. Like the first scene with Aquaman's dad and his mum when they first met each other. I felt like that probably went on a little bit too long. It had a cool action scene in there, with like it being in absolutely one shot. And we see Aquaman's mum in action, and that was also quite cool.
Yeah. His mum's a badass.
She is. But also,
Can you imagine how if she actually did stay? How do you imagine how she would, if Arthur caused trouble when he was a kid? Just imagine how she disciplined her child.
Yeah. But I feel but there was definitely scenes that felt like they were a little bit paced out a little bit too much. Never to the point where it was boring, but definitely to the point where you definitely feel it being a bit too long. Also, I felt like there was a couple of times where I kept on questioning the movie. Like they don't really explain a lot. Like, how did Aquaman's mum end up on the outside the lighthouse? Yeah. Like, they didn't really explain that. Like, was she in a battle or something? Did she get hit by a whale?
She was stabbed.
Yeah, I know, but they don't really explain like how that happens. Like, they never really explain how that happens. And why did they use underwater ships? They could breathe underwater. Like, why did they use like underwater like?
Why do we use cars?
Yeah. What?
Why do we use cars?
No, but that's different though, because we use cars because it's faster to get to places.
Yeah, you
can easily see that swimming for them is just as fast as like taking one of those things. You can see that in the movie because it's like it really doesn't go any faster, and it's just like, I saw Mera driving one of those. It's like, why does she need one? She can pretty much like swim there herself. Like, you can pretty much swim to Atlantis.
She's a princess. Her dad bought it, so I think she just wanted to use it. Oh, never mind, I'm just trying to make a joke here.
Just don't, please. Just don't. Don't do that. Don't go over dramatic. Don't go over dramatic. Don't over dramatic me. Do not over dramatic me, alright? Do not. Do not! Do not!
I said okay.
Good boy.
Aren't you dramatic?
Do not! Do not! Like I said, do not over dramatic me. But
we're going to get comments saying, do not.
Yeah, we really are. That's going to be a meme now.
Do not.
That's going to be a meme now. No, but I think
you're always making too many memes. You're like, do you understand me?
Okay. No, but there's just a couple of things that just didn't really make that much sense. And Black Manta is in this movie. The actor playing him is really cool. I think he's the same actor from The Dark Knight. The one that the Joker was like, why so serious to?
Oh.
I think that's the same actor. I could be wrong. I feel really racist if I'm wrong.
Yeah. That does feel kind of.
Yeah, I know. I don't just want to say it, but I'll actually list it here if it's right or wrong. Like, I don't know. But Black Manta can pretty much be cut out of the movie altogether. He really didn't need to be in the movie. Like, he was only really there for like 2 cool action scenes, and that's pretty much it. And I think he was just there just because it was just like a fan thing, and really you could have saved him for like the next movie. In fact, how cool would that have been? Because you had the first action scene, showing off like how cool Aquaman is, and it ends with those pirates, invading that thing, and like you never see them again. And then at the end credit scene, you see that Black Manta, the main Black Manta, like at the end, just being like, yeah, you're now the Black Manta, and he gets the costume and everything, like, and he gets his revenge for Aquaman. How cool would that be for like a setup for like the next movie? And I really think about that. How cool would that be? It could have been like, something like the Sam Raimi Spider-Man did. They didn't just make Harry Osborn the Green Goblin straight away. Like they
Spider-Man 2.
They build it up like 3 movies for that.
And then for the third movie, messed it up.
Yeah, I know, but even still, the build-up was worth it. That's what I'm saying. Let's talk about Ocean Master. I honestly thought that his scenes were probably the worst, not bad, but probably the most boring scenes of the movie. Like, I didn't really care about him. I didn't really care about his plan.
And his mummy issues.
Yeah, his mummy issues. I mean, his plans are justified, and you do see in the movie that his plans are completely justified. But I don't know. I just didn't really care about him. Like, if his plan succeeds, I would have been like, oh, it's alright. If his plan fails, I was like, oh, alright. Because he was just kind of like the most forgettable character in the movie, in my opinion. What was your overall thoughts on Ocean Master?
Well, I do like his design, his costume, because it's straight from the comics.
Yeah.
And his dynamic with his brother, Aquaman, aka Arthur, is quite interesting. And the ending shows that maybe they have a good relation thing. They're being maybe they could be good friends, in future movies.
I don't know. I feel like something's gonna go down. The thing is, I feel like saying about future movies, maybe most of my concerns mainly come from this movie kind of like existing in a universe that kind of feels like it's kind of dying out. Because Henry Cavill has left the Superman now. We're not going to see him again. He's gone. It looks like Ben Affleck's not going to come back as Batman. And in all fairness, I mean, no matter what you say about the DCEU, it hasn't really been doing well financially. And I know you really like the DCU. I mean, I really like, DC, and I like, I'm not really, hated that much. I mean, I feel like that probably I'm a little bit too nice for Justice League. I mean, I still like Justice League and Wonder Woman, but, I'm just saying that financially, the only success that DC has at the moment is Wonder Woman. And they've had, 3 other movies. Aquaman, I don't know how that's going to go down. I mean, that might be well, but even still, it kind of feels like it's like playing out from a dead universe. I want to talk about the visuals actually, because I actually think this movie is actually quite gorgeous.
Yeah, I actually really love.
Yeah.
I love the scene, all the different buildings, showing the
and also the fact that
underwater scene.
And also the fact that we haven't really had a movie set in an underwater city since The Phantom Menace. So it was really nice seeing an underwater city. I mean, not just from underwater, but also up above the sea. I mean, there's a couple of times where the CGI definitely looks a bit CGI, but there was actually some CGI that really fixed. I mean, they actually fixed that shark thing in the trailer. That looked a lot better in the movie. But there was definitely a couple of times where the CGI definitely shows. I would have kind of preferred it if they just made a model or something and they just dubbed over that. But no, but it was definitely a gorgeous looking movie, and I think that's what you kind of need from a movie like this. You need it to look gorgeous, especially when it's being seen underwater as well, because that could have easily gone 2 ways. It could have looked beautiful, or it could have just looked like, fish peed in the sea or something. Could probably look like that.
I think maybe when they're making, when Disney's making a live action Little Mermaid movie, maybe they should hire those guys to do the special effects.
Maybe they might. Yeah, but the thing is, they might actually draw a giant penis on there. So.
Oh.
No, I think that we'll just leave Disney to it. No, but the thing is, it definitely, it just looks. I mean, the visuals definitely look gorgeous. I mean, take a look from that. Sometimes it does look a bit CGI, but at least it looks gorgeous. The music. I was honestly a bit let down for the music, and here's why. the DCEU have actually given us some of the best music, most memorable music in
like Superman's theme.
Yeah, Superman's theme, Batman's theme, Wonder Woman's theme.
Yeah.
Even Danny Elfman brought in like a couple of his old themes.
Lex Luthor's theme was amazing.
Yeah, Lex Luthor's theme.
Yeah.
And
which they played it when Trump went to the White House.
No, we won't go too far.
Okay,
right? Yeah, we don't want to go too
saying why I like the music.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But the music in here is just kind of forgettable, and there's sometimes where, like not all the time, but there's sometimes where it goes into what was it? Like sometimes they just play like random like pop music for the sake of playing random pop music. It was sort of like with in Suicide Squad when they just play like random pop music that didn't connect to the scene whatsoever, and I don't know why they did that. So yeah, but in all fairness, with most of my complaints about this movie, I will say I did walk out having fun. I did walk out enjoying this movie. We got pretty good performances from everyone.
Will Ferrell.
Will Ferrell? Yeah, Willem Dafoe.
Willem Dafoe.
Why did
I say Will Ferrell? Why did I miss?
I know. Okay. Thank God Willem Dafoe managed to pull a straight face through this ridiculous dialogue. Yeah. So I did really like this movie. The problems I have are very inevitable. I felt like the movie felt too long. But I do think so far that this is the best DCEU movie so far. So,
there's also what I'd like to talk about is what my favorite thing is the different kingdoms of Atlantis.
I would have liked to see more of it.
I'm a huge nerd when it comes to stories where it has separate kingdoms or cities. I like exploring what their cultures are. That's why I like Naruto with the different hidden villages. That's why I like Avatar: The Last Airbender, because it has different the 4 different tribes, and I like to explore what they do, what their food is, and that's why I like these type of things. And
we do see one of the new cities, like one of the 7 cities.
We got the
I feel like
Dark Clothes.
We won't list all of them, right?
Yeah, I like the crab one, the lobster.
Yeah, the crab one.
Yeah.
But no, I think we'll just we basically said all we can really say.
Also, I really like how they have different types of tritons. When the leader has a triton, it's like a different shape. I'm curious what the lobster triton will be. The shape of a lobster claw.
I don't know, mate. I'll leave to the filmmakers like that. But no, I think we'll just give our rating right now. So, do you want to give...
I give it a 9 out of 10. It was slow, and I really enjoyed the movie. It was great. I like seeing the actor who plays Aquaman.
Jason Momoa.
Jason Momoa.
Momoa.
What?
Momoa.
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 Aquaman was
Momoa.
Aquaman was great in the movie. The actor did great. The Mirror was great. I really like. Also, one thing I do like is that I'm finally relieved that they didn't make Aquaman an orphan.
Okay.
Yeah.
There are a lot of superheroes that have done that as well, like 4.
Yeah, but then his parents.
Yeah, but I'm talking about the first movie.
Yeah, in the first one, but then in the sequel they just.
Yeah, but we don't really. Yeah, but I'm just talking about the first movie. I'm just talking about the first movie, though.
Yeah, but like in DC movies, they're like killing off parents.
Okay.
Like Batman, Superman.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I do actually admit that I have been kind of driving this movie. But I will say that I did actually really enjoy this movie. I thought this was a beautiful looking movie. I thought the performance is really good. I like the direction. It does kind of like suffer from a weird script, but I think the actors managed to pull that script off actually quite well and made it less cheesy. And I will say that I do actually really enjoy this movie. The problems that I do have are, you know, very functions. So, I would probably give this movie I'll probably give it a 6.5 out of 10. Because, like, I did have fun with this movie. It did feel quite long, but I did really enjoy this movie. So, I guess that's all we can really say about Aquaman right now. So, what did you think of Aquaman? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Comment down below, subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Yeah.